On episode 53, a longtime Patriots player's career may be winding down, and I think you know who it is. This and more, so stay tuned.
Welcome to The Sports Perspective, an American football fancast about the New England Patriots and also news from around the league. Here is your host, Roy.
Welcome everybody to episode 53, and it is Wednesday. Yes, I apologize. I had some computer issues last night and couldn't get this going, but I got it going today, and we're going to jump into this and get this out to you people because I know you've been waiting for this, dying for this episode. So let's get into some news. The Miami Dolphins, they are becoming the MASH unit of the NFL. Yes, now wide receiver Albert Wilson is going on the DL probably, and it's very likely he's going on. He has a hip injury, and it sounds pretty painful, and it sounds like he may be done for the year. Kenny Stills, he ain't playing Thursday himself. He's not going to play, they're saying. And, man, my buddy's a fan of the Dolphins, and you bring it up to him, and he just gets pissy. The Miami Dolphins are slowly fading away. They started, 3-0, something like that, and, man, they're crashing and burning all of a sudden. They are going to fade away into the sunset. So all you Miami Dolphins fans, find a new team to follow this year because, like toast, they are done. And more in the news, Patrick Peterson wants to be traded. Maybe. The coach is saying they're not going to trade him. The owner's saying they're not going to trade him. So they're refusing to trade a player who wants to be traded, and that was yesterday. Today, Peterson is singing a different tune. Now he's saying he wants to stay in Arizona for the rest of his career. He wants to live there. He wants to be a Cardinal. He wants to do everything he can to help this team win, blah, blah, blah. This is all 24 hours later. What happened in 24 hours where he went from, I want to get out of here to, yeah, I love it here. I'm going to stay here forever. Something happened there. Was there a deal made behind closed doors where, after the career's over, he gets a cushy job in a back office somewhere? Yeah, I'm thinking there might be a cushy job waiting for him. Just my opinion. But speaking of my opinion, Blake Bortles may be out a starter. But again, not so fast. Things change quite fast. Doug Marrone, their coach, was going back and forth whether who to start apparently, and it was either Cody Kessler or Blake Bortles. And we all saw that coming at some point. This is going to happen. This was definitely going to happen. You give Bortles a huge contract. He couldn't live up to it. He's choking up a storm. It was only a matter of time. But recently, they're saying that it's going to be Bortles starting, but he'll have a short leash. I love when teams say, yeah, so-and-so is going to be starting or playing, but he's going to be on a short leash. Well, if it's a short leash, why you bother starting him? If you're going to wait for the first little mistake, what's the freaking point? Just play the other player. They're crashing and burning also. The defense, for all that talk they're doing, ain't winning games for them. The offense is just anemic unless they're playing the Patriots. So they're done. I'm saying here, I don't think the Jags will make the playoffs. It's a bold statement because they do have a good defense, but I do not think they will make the playoffs. This is their downfall. This whole Bortles thing is their downfall. And speaking of downfalls, the mighty Cowboys have got their man. They made a trade for Amari Cooper. Now, I love Amari Cooper. Huge Amari Cooper fan from his days in Alabama. Now he's a freaking Cowboy. I hate the Cowboys. I am not a Cowboy fan. Never liked the Cowboys. I'm a Patriots fan first, but other than that, I'm a big Redskins and Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Minus Roethlisberger. I hate Roethlisberger with a passion, but that's another story. But back to Amari Cooper. This is a good move for them. If Amari Cooper can get back to his old form and not continue on this one game I do good and one game I do bad, one game I show up, one game I don't, blah, blah, blah. If he can get back to his productivity, and assuming they can get him the ball, this could be an upstart for the Cowboys. Maybe they could turn things around here. So we'll have to see what goes on with that. But as far as the Raiders, what the heck is John Gruden doing? You know, an optimistic person will say, well, he's getting draft picks, which is great. But a pessimistic fan would say, yeah, he's getting draft picks, but he's getting get rid of all their best players. If I'm a Raiders fan, I'm thinking, why the hell do we have Gruden here to begin with? I didn't think he was a great coach when they signed him. I don't think he's a mastermind genius. I think he's going to have to do something big to prove to those fans that he can turn this around because, man, I think the leash is getting shorter for him, if anything. So good luck to Gruden. I think he's not coaching in 2 years. I think he's gone. I said it here first. The Sports Perspective says John Gruden will be gone in 2 years. And speaking of gone, your Super Bowl champs, the Philadelphia Eagles, are finding it not too easy being the hunted. Head coach Doug Peterson says with the Eagles' struggles in their record, the pressure is off. Yeah, no it's not. You're still the champs. People still want to kick the crap out of you. Everyone's still gunning for you. It's not like, now that we're 3-4, or whatever their record is, that people are going to take it easy on them. No, if anything, they probably want to crush you even more. Crush you into the ground. Peterson said he's not pushing the panic button. Yeah, okay, Peterson, let me push it for you. Yeah. No sound, because they're done. The Eagles are done. God damn Eagles. Now, speaking of the Eagles, let's go on the team that they beat in the Super Bowl, the Patriots. Good news on the Sony Michel front. His knee injury isn't as bad as feared. He avoided structural damage, and after his MRI, he's day-to-day. So, reports today are that he may miss a game or two possibly, but he should be back pretty soon, which is a huge good sign. But yet, I wouldn't rush him back. He has a history of bad knees. Yeah, take it easy if you can. If he's ready, fine, but if he's not 100%, don't rush him. Do not rush him back. And Eric Rowe, he got hurt again. The dude cannot seem to stay healthy. Can't keep on staying on the field. I guess he has a growing injury that he sustained in the third quarter Sunday. I guess he was on the sideline looking very frustrated. And I'm not a big Rowe fan at all. And he just can't stay on the field. We might be looking for a new corner. Maybe. I think we will be. Trading deadline's coming up, so let's see if the Patriots do anything. And our good old friend Rob Gronkowski is banged up a little bit. He didn't play Sunday versus the Bears. And the reports are that he had an ankle and back injury. But supposedly it was precautionary. And that he's probably playing Monday night in Buffalo. Of course he'll play. It's his hometown. He'll probably have 100 yards receiving. Blah, blah, blah. He'll play well. He'll play 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. That's my prediction. And the Patriots actually may have some help coming in the cornerback front with rookie cornerback Duke Dawson coming back. He's been spotted at practice today, Wednesday. And the Patriots are using one of their 2 designated to return IR spots to bring Dawson back. Which tells you Belichick must think highly of Dawson. Either that, or they really need help in the secondary, which they do. So I'm hoping that Belichick really likes this kid. He looked good in college. He was a third down specialist, I believe. Good corner, good quickness. Let's see what he can do. I'm excited to see him. He didn't play much in the preseason because he was hurt. So we will have to see. Now, let's talk the Patriots and the Bears real quick. If you heard, no Gronkowski. Sony Michel left early with a knee injury. Trubisky was running all over the freaking place. They could not contain this dude. He was running left, running right, running in circles, doing a ballerina dance. Dude was doing everything. He was all over the field. The hell were they doing? You'd think they were blind men chasing him. They were blind men chasing the quarterback, falling over themselves. It was horrible. Horrible, I tell you. Knowing all that, would you give the Patriots any chance to win this game? They didn't even have a 100-yard rush on the Patriots. Look at the quarterbacks. Brady, he had 277 yards passing. That's pretty good. But he had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Trubisky, he had 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he had 2 interceptions. INTs are big, people. INTs are big. Then you have the running backs. Yeah, this is where it gets funny. James White led the Patriots with 11 carries for 40 yards. Trubisky, 81 yards and a rushing touchdown. Take that in for a minute. I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Take that in. I'm back. 81 yards. Holy Jesus. I'm telling you, there were blind men wearing Patriots uniforms chasing him around the field. It had to be it. Had to be it. I'm telling you. And then the wide receivers, Josh Gordon, who every week is looking better and better. He only had 4 receptions, but they were for 100 yards. Then you had Trey Burton, who had 9 receptions for 126 yards and a touchdown. But Gordon, boy, I'm telling you, every week he's looking better and better and getting a little bit more involved in the offense, which is great to see. Now on defense, Adrian Claiborne, who I've been saying, where the hell have you been? And Dietrich Wise Jr. each had a sack. Claiborne needs to play better. He started off the season in game 1 and in the preseason looking like a beast. Like just dominating. And then, yeah, he disappears. And Roquan Smith for Chicago had a sack. And Jonathan Jones and J.C. Jackson, the rookie, each had an INT for the Patriots. Kyle Fuller had one for Chicago, had an interception. Now, special teams, this is where it was at for the Patriots. These were the stars of the game. Cordero Patterson, who fumbled early in the game, had a 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. You watch him run, and it looks like he's not going very fast, but the dude is moving. He's like a gazelle. And how about Dante Hightower? Blocked a punt, and Van Noy ran it back for a touchdown. 2 huge plays, kickoff return, and an intercept, block punt for a touchdown. Craziness. But Trubisky, to me, he was one of the stories. Made the Patriots look stupid on defense. They could not contain him. But he looks pretty good. And I know he didn't have the best game Sunday, but he can move a little bit. He can throw the ball. He's going to be a good player. Chicago has their quarterback. More so than, I don't know, Miami, Jacksonville. Chicago has their quarterback. Those other 2 teams, if anyone can throw a football, head to Florida. They need a quarterback. But the Patriots were able to pull it out. big win for the Patriots. I was hearing online that people were saying, questioning whether the Patriots were lucky or are they good. You know, I'm a person who says it's a combination of both. I believe a good team creates their own luck. You know, you can get lucky. Anyone can get lucky. But a good team creates their own luck. And that's what the Patriots did Sunday. They beat a pretty good Chicago Bears team. And they just keep plugging along, trying to get better and better each week. That's all you can do. Like the Patriots have always done. Now, at the beginning of the show, I was talking about questioning whether a player's career was coming to an end. And it just may be either coming to an end in New England or in football altogether. And I'm hoping either way that after next year it's over, in my personal opinion. And it's Rob Gronkowski. You know, you're all shocked, I know. But think about it. He's got another back injury. And if you watch him playing, you have to admit he's looking a little bit slower. And he's lumbering on the field. Now, could it be because of the back injury and the ankle injury? Sure. But what's the probability that it's just a wear and tear from the years of taking beatings and beating up his back? Yep. Mike Lombardi, a Belichick confidant, stayed on the Ringers GM Street podcast a few weeks ago. He's a former NFL executive, and he worked for Belichick in Cleveland and New England. He actually said, and I agree totally, that Gronk looked slow the first few weeks of the season. But in weeks recently, in wins over Miami and Indianapolis, he played really well, looked pretty good. He had 13 catches for 216 yards. Yeah, that's great. But he just looks slow. In those 3 wins, he looks slow to me. You take the Gronkowski from year 2 and 3, he's a lot quicker, a little faster. The back and ankle, yeah, maybe that's part of the problem, but all I want from Gronk this year, I just want him to play well this year and next year. I don't care after next year because I don't believe they should sign him to a huge contract. I hope to God they don't sign him to a huge contract. But I'm telling you, watch him play. Watch him run down the field. Watch him catch a ball. Watch him try to run after the catch. He's just lumbering around the field. And I know Brady loves him and he's a big player for the Patriots. But there's no way I'd give him a big contract. No way. I love Gronkowski. But I'm not going to give him a big contract and then have him totally destroy everything. You know, he gets his big contract and blows out his back or blows out his knee. He's done. You're on the hook for that guaranteed money. Because you know that guaranteed money is going to be huge. Huge. All I want is him to stay healthy for 2 years, play well, try to get one more championship before this team falls apart. That's all I want. But I'm telling you, watch him next week. He's playing Buffalo Monday night. I'm telling you. And speaking of playing next week on Buffalo, this team has already given up. The downside, they have no love lost for Gronk. And it's a divisional game, so they're going to play hard probably for the Patriots, at least for the first half. Now, can Gronk pull off one of those great games on Monday Night Football in his hometown? I'm thinking Gordon might actually torch Buffalo. He's due for one of those big games. He's building up. He's building up. It's like every week he's getting a little better. And I'm waiting for that explosion game where he just goes off. And I don't mean verbally, I mean physically playing football and dominating a game. He's getting ready. Gordon and James White, man. That's a 1-2 punch you don't want. Then you add Gronk, if he's healthy. And Edelman. Ho-ho. That's a big win for the Patriots, people. A big, big win. All right, everybody. That is the game. That's the game. That is the show for today. And I do apologize for having a day late podcast. My computer was acting up. I couldn't get things going. But I wanted to get something out to you guys, all my loyal supporters. So thank you very much for listening. If you're listening on Spreaker, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, like and subscribe. Apple Podcast, please subscribe, rate, and review. If you have any questions, comments, or want to give your perspective on what was discussed, you can hit me up on Facebook at Roy Brady, email sportsperspective17@gmail.com, Twitter, Roy Brady Jr. Until next week, everybody, have a safe and dry week. Take care.